we shall study about the effect of friction on the critical pressure ratio, and also we will also present here the expression for the critical pressure ratio considering the for a frictionally resisted expansion or for a frictional resisted expansion with initial steam velocity. Now the expansion of the steam in the nozzle is shown in the figure. BC shows the reversible adiabatic expansion of the steam, that is isentropic expansion of the steam in the nozzle following the law PV raised to n equal to constant. But due to friction, if friction due to the friction between the steam and nozzle is considered, then the actual expansion process is shown by BC dash. It is an irreversible adiabatic expansion shown by line BC dash. So the index of expansion will now be PV raised to n dash equal to constant. PV raised to n dash equal to constant. The actual index of expansion n dash is given by n dash is equal to n by 1 plus neta 1 minus n. N dash equal to n divided by 1 plus neta 1 minus n, where neta is nozzle efficiency. Nozzle efficiency has already been defined earlier. Nozzle efficiency is equal to adiabatic heat drop divided by actual heat drop. Now we'll now find out what is the effect of friction on the critical pressure ratio. The expression of our velocity is given here. 2C2 equal to root 2 neta n dash by n dash minus 1 P1 V1 1 minus P2 by P1 n dash minus 1 by n dash. It is n dash index of expansion is no n dash instead in place of n, and neta is the nozzle efficiency. Similarly, mass flow rate is given here. M by A2 equal to 2 root of 2 neta n dash by n dash minus 1 P1 V1 r raised to 2 by n dash minus r raised to n dash plus 1 by n dash, where RC equal to PC by P1. R is the critical pressure ratio. PC by P1. It is the pressure ratio. R is the pressure ratio. For maximum discharge, differentiating this equation m by A2 with respect to R, because here the neta n dash P1 V1 are constants for a given nozzle. The only variable is pressure ratio R. So differentiating this m by A2 with respect to R and equating it to 0 will get R equal to critical pressure ratio is equal to R equal to RC equal to 2 by n dash plus 1 raised to n dash by n dash minus 1. The same expression as derived earlier, only the difference is the index expansion is no n dash instead of n. And C2, the actual velocity of steam leaving the nozzle considering the friction is equal to root of n neta n dash P2 V2. It is equal to root neta n dash P2 V2, where neta is the nozzle efficiency, n dash is the actual index of expansion. For gas nozzles, so R equal to RC is instead of n dash it will be gamma dash 2 by gamma dash plus 1 raised to gamma dash by gamma dash minus 1, and C2 is again root of n neta gamma dash R T2. C2 is can also be equal to K into A2. K into A2. We know that what is A2? Local velocity of sound is given by n into P2 V2. Is no, in this case is n dash root of n dash into P2 V2. Now this value of for a steam, for initial dry saturated steam, the experimental values are given here. The value of n dash, so here n dash R and K are given here. For if the value for nozzle efficiency of 1.9, 0.985, the values of n dash R and K are given here. So these are the values, tabulated values given for the initial dry saturated steam. Now we will now find out critical pressure ratio for a frictionally resisted expansion of steam. Critical pressure ratio for a frictionally resisted expansion of steam with considering the initial steam velocity. C1. So in the previous derivations, we have derived the critical pressure ratio neglecting the initial steam velocity C1. Now considering the initial steam velocity and the friction expansion with the friction, what is the expression is presented here. Momentum equation is given by, we know that momentum equation is dc square by 2 equal to minus neta VdP. Is minus neta is the nozzle efficiency. So C2 square minus C1 square equal to neta P1 to P2 VdP is equal to neta n dash by n dash minus 1 P1 V1 minus P2 V2. C2 square minus C1 square by 2 equal to neta n dash by n dash minus 1 P1 V1 minus P2 V2. The actual velocity of steam is C2 equal to root of 2 neta n dash by n dash minus 1 P1 V1 1 minus R n dash minus 1 by n dash plus C1 square plus C1 square. C1 is the initial velocity. So m by A2 equal to again root of 2n by 2 neta n dash by n dash minus 1 P1 by V1 into bracket R raised to 2 by n dash minus R raised to n dash plus 1 by n dash plus C1 square R raised to 2 by n dash plus R1 square. This is the expression for the mass flow rate of air per unit area considering the initial velocity and considering the friction between the steam and the nozzles. Now again for the finding the critical pressure ratio, as you know that neta n dash P1 V1 are and C1 are constants for a given nozzle. The only variable is pressure ratios R. Therefore, for finding the maximum discharge through the nozzle, the pressure ratio should be critical pressure ratio. For maximum discharge through the nozzle, pressure ratio should be critical pressure ratio. Differentiating the m by A2 with respect to R and equating it to 0. So therefore, though as all other things are constant, differentiating the only the term in the bracketed term, differentiate 2 neta by neta minus 1 P1 by 1 and differentiating 2 by n dash R the term in the bracket, and then we'll get the expression for the critical pressure ratio as R equal to RC equal to 2 divided by n dash plus 1 whole raised to n dash by n dash minus 1 into square bracket 1 plus C1 square by 2 neta n dash P1 V1. For gas nozzles, as I have told, n dash should be replaced by gamma. So R equal to RC equal to 2 by gamma dash plus 1 raised to gamma dash by gamma dash minus 1 into square bracket 1 plus 1 by 2 neta m1 square. This is the expression for the critical pressure ratio. Thus, we have discussed about the effect of friction on the critical pressure ratio, effect of friction on the critical pressure ratio considering the initial steam velocity. Thank you.